Hello ladies and welcome to the Beauty Shaman. So I'm going to do something I haven't done before, and I've actually been really wanting to do this, and that is to compare two different foundations. And one of the reasons I want to do this is that I'm getting into the organic sort of green beauty lines, and I'm very curious as to how good they are. Especially in comparison to lines that are not green, that do use questionable products or ingredients, excuse me. So I want to talk about it, and I'm going to go on sort of this journey, which we're all going to go on with me if you're part of my crew here, but of what's the difference, what's good about it, what's not good about it, and what choices should we be making as mature women who are savvy and wanting to take care of our skin? Is this something we need to be concerned about? These are some of the questions I'm going to be addressing. So today I'm going to do a comparison of Giorgio Armani Luminous Foundation, which I have been wanting to try this for quite some time. So I'm very excited to put this one on. I've not put it on. And see what we think, okay? And then I've also bought Well People. So I just went and bought this, okay? I really just did a little bit of research. I actually am very curious about the Well People line. I've heard really good things about it. So this is called Narcissus Foundation Stick. Now sticks tend to be a little bit thicker in consistency, so we'll see. I tend to not like a really heavy coverage, so hopefully this won't be. But anyway, all right, so we're gonna start off with the Giorgio Armani. So what is so good or questionable or whatever about Giorgio Armani? All right, it comes like this. It's a beautiful little jar. This retails for $42. This is a travel size. It's called, this is 18 mils. Got my notes over here. Excuse me, I want to get all the facts right. This is actually won the InStyle's Beauty Best Buy Award winner for Best Liquid Foundation for the last 13 years. So, you know, hello, it's a great foundation. I've actually had makeup artists tell me just go buy it, use it with all of your clients. I have not done that because I use a different brand, but again, it's got my curiosity. So the thing that's questionable about this is it has parabens. Okay, so if you don't know what parabens are, they are a synthetic chemical preservative meant to lengthen the shelf life, which is very understandable. However, it can disrupt your hormone balance. It's been known to do that. That's why a lot of lines say no parabens, okay? It's very, very questionable. It's not a good thing to have in your foundation. The other thing it uses is benzoyl salicylate. Salicylic. It can cause allergic reactions and irritation. So be careful. Okay, it also contains octinoxate. I probably just said that wrong. It's a sunscreen agent which the European Commission on Endocrine Disruption categorizes as a human endocrine disruptor affecting estrogen and thyroid hormones. Okay, so that's why this is not on the list as an organic product. It's not an organic product, okay, but it is known as a good product, so we'll see. All right, and then you've got Well People here. Okay, Well People is a non-toxic line. So basically it's non-comedogenic, non-toxic, no parabens, no phthalates, gluten, artificial colors. It is fragrance-free. This has fragrance in it. Always questionable because you never know what that means. What does that mean? Is it a toxic fragrance? Okay, so this is like the green beauty. This is a great green beauty line. Okay, for its, I'm saying great, not that I've tried it, but great that it is green beauty completely. Okay, so this comes in a stick form. All right, so let's try these out. Now I'm gonna just do a little hydration here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of moisturizer. So this is my Truth Treatment Serum. This is my favorite skincare. I just use like literally that amount, 2 drops. And rub it all in my skin. In fact, that was too much. Like you can see, like it's just, you need so little. I love this. It's very anti-aging. This has only 6 ingredients in it. They're all active. They all work towards hydration. It has lots of vitamin C. Fantastic. I love this product. A little bit of priming mist on top. This helps the efficacy of it. Helps it get into my skin. Gotta love that. Okay, I'm just gonna rub these all in. Let them dry a little bit. I tend to have dry skin. I live in a very dry climate. For my Colorado people who watch, you definitely need more hydration in drier climates, especially as you age. We need the hydration. We need internal hydration and external hydration. So be sure you drink your water and take your omega 369s to help with your oil. Okay, so let's start with the Armani Foundation with the toxic chemicals in it. All right, comes like that. I'm going to use a brush to apply it. I tend to not like Beauty Blender brushes or sponges because I feel like it puts too much foundation on older skin. Sorry, not a fan. I know everybody's hot on this. I think it's great. I'm not one of them. All right, I'm going to do Armani on this side. That's a little light on my skin. I'm a tiny bit darker. I like to go a tiny bit lighter in my T-zone because highlights your face. Actually, I like this color. So this goes on really nicely. Put it all around my eye area. Okay, I'm going to use a little sponge to blend that in a bit. Not to apply it. I think the Beauty Blender sponge, like I say, not a fan. Sorry if you like Beauty Blenders. I know some people just love them. I only use them on certain clients when I really want to apply a lot. Okay, so I just put this on, the Armani. Okay, beautiful, nice soft finish. I definitely have some under eye stuff here, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Most foundations are buildable. So in other words, you can just let them dry a little bit, add a bit more on top, and it adds without looking cakey. So I think buildableness is really... I like buildableness. I want to avoid using too much concealer. So I am a huge fan of just add a little bit more foundation, like just even with your finger. And it's just going to help you avoid from using too much concealer. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation over my eyes, so I tend to do foundation on my eyes. If you have oily lids, don't do this because it'll crease up your eyeshadow. I don't have that problem, but if you do, use like an eye base or something. That'll help keeping your eyeshadow from creasing. Okay, so we did, that looks great. What a nice finish. Actually, it feels beautiful too. Okay, I've got a little age spot here that's not being covered. So we'll just add a bit more. Notice I'm not really pulling it down through my jawline. A lot of this is personal preference on mature skin. Less is more, okay? I mean, I see these young women on YouTube and they put it all over, they pull it down their neck, they're really putting it on. I'm not a huge fan of that as you get older. I'm sort of like, keep it more up in here. I'm going to blend this out a little bit with a little contour, just that's how I like to roll. All right, so we're going to use the Well People on the other side. So you can probably just put this directly on your skin and then blend it. I'm just putting the brush on top of it like this. Part of that is because I work professionally and you never touch product on someone's face. It's called being fired. So try to avoid being fired. Okay, I'm just going to blend this all around. Actually, this is blending nicely. I'm actually really pleased with how this is going on. I was thinking I wasn't going to like it because I thought it would be thick. But it isn't. Oh my Lord. Look at that. Okay, I can tell it's a little less dewy than the Armani. You can see the dewiness. This is a bit more dry. I don't think that's a bad thing, by the way. I'm pointing it out. I think this is more of a matte finish. So I'm just using the Well People with a different brush to put it around my eye. Okay, yeah. So that's really covering, actually. Oh, that's nice. So that's covering, and it's a drier finish. I also put a little foundation, a little extra through here. We tend to be a little redder around our nose area. Oh, look at that. So I don't know what you think, but I'm feeling like that's a really nice foundation. Wow, I am pleasantly surprised at the Well People. So I think they both really covered. I think it's very comparable. The only thing I would say is this is a little bit more dewy. That's really the main thing I'm seeing here is the dewiness. on the Armani and not on the Well People. But coverage-wise, I feel like they're really comparable. I really like the look of both of them, I'll be honest with you. And I think if you're going to go with a non-toxic, you know, the Well People's definitely the way to go. And price point-wise, the same size of the Well People in the Armani, this is the travel size, but in the same size in the 30 ml, the Armani is $64 when the Well People is $28.99. Okay, so big price difference, okay, $28.99 compared to $64. So pretty big difference here. When I feel like there's not that big of a difference except for the dewiness, so that's pretty amazing. Okay, so let's do a little bit of makeup now that we have like our beautiful foundation on. Okay, a little bit of concealer here. I'm just putting a little bit of the NARS concealer on my hand, and I'm just gonna press it lightly underneath my eye. I see a lot of, in fact, I took my daughter into MAC, and man, they had that concealer going all the way out on her face. Now she's 15, she can do that. But you know, as you get older, you cannot do that, okay? Because it's, you know, we've got our fine lines, you know, do not do that. I think that is not sort of catering to the older skin. Mature skin really needs, like I say, less is more, man. Less is more, okay? All right, so I'm gonna do a very simple makeup here. I'm gonna do a little bit of contour underneath. This is called a really fast makeup. How's that? That's what we'll call this one. Very little contour. Because I have a thin face. If you have a round face, go to town. But if you have a thin face like I do, a lot of contour is not a good idea. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of blush. I have this lovely sort of raspberry shirt on. So, just going to work with that. This is a matte color. I think it's called Melba. I really like this color on older skin. You need a little bit of warmth, especially if you're a white person. You know, I think if you have darker skin, if you have more melanin from Asian, African American, Latino, you're just gonna you can get away, I think, with the stronger colors than white people, unfortunately. Okay, fill in my eyebrows. Yeah, I don't take it all the way over here because it's just too much. I'm just gonna do a little bit of lipstick. This is actually a sample that Giorgio Armani sent me in the lipstick. So it's really pretty. It's like a soft pink. That's what I like about ordering online. You get these great, they send you samples. Okay, I'm not even gonna use lip liner because that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Okay, eyeballs. So I'm gonna actually use the same color here on my eyes. Just in the crease, just to give me a little bit of definition. Nice, huh? Because it just kind of pulls everything together. Okay, so I'm gonna do my eyes. So I'm gonna take, this is actually called Tanzanite. It's a purpley, bluey color. And I'm gonna go just underneath my waterline. And over my waterline, just right between my lashes. I do pull my eyes a little bit. I just can't see otherwise, you know, so you can yell at me if you want, but. Okay, I just kept that really super bright color right next to my lash line. And I like doing that because I want that intensity, and now I'm gonna just jazz it up a little bit. Wah! Okay, I'm gonna jazz it up with a little bit of a kind of a purpley color. This is actually Chanel quad I have. And I'm just gonna run this right next to my lashes as well. And just blend it a bit. This is kind of a soft brush. Okay, Chanel's colors are super pigmented. So I gotta go easy. If you have a not so pigmented color, you can go a little faster, but pigmented colors really hold up so much better, and the color is so much richer. but you gotta work with them a little bit. Okay, so I'm really bringing out my eye color, but I don't have any strong lines, which I like. I like things really soft and pretty. And I'm gonna use a little bit of a, like a peachy color here. Just right on my lid. I do this after just because I want to really place it carefully and I don't want it to interfere with any of the other colors. So that's why I do it after. Very nice. I'm going to do a tiny bit of bronze underneath. Okay, mascara. Maybelline Glory Lash. Okay, so I just did a really kind of soft, pretty makeup look. No lip liner, very light mascara, just some pretty warm colors and a little bit of purpley to pop the eyes a bit. But this is like a really, really simple look. But what I really wanted to show was, okay, so you've got the Armani on this side and you've got the Well People foundation on this side. This is completely non-toxic. This has a few toxic ingredients, okay? Even though it's Armani and it's fabulous and we love Armani. So, but the difference I think you can see is that this is just a little bit more dewy. So this is $64 for, this is the trial side, this one isn't, this is $41 I think. But the regular 30 ml is $64. And this is the Well People, and this is $28. So huge price point difference. But you know, I really feel like the coverage is the same, the color depth, and I mean, I really like this foundation. It's just not as dewy. It's just more of a matte finish. So, you know, that's good news. I think it's good news because, you know, I think we all want to be healthy and we all want to use products that are good for us. So this is to say that there's not that big of a difference. So, yay! Good news for that. Please comment down below and thank you for watching The Beauty Shaman.